Hey everybody, Smug here. Welcome back to episode 11 in the Smug Forever world. I've got a super cool, big, massive, mega thing planned for you guys today. Originally, this was supposed to be episode 10, and now it's episode 11 because it took me a very long time to do. So, yeah, we're recording this after the fact, but stick around, check it out. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I guess present me will see you at the end of the video. Hey, what's going on everybody? We're back in the Smug Forever world. We're starting off today in the Guardian Temple. So we've made some good progress in here so far for digging everything out, which originally I didn't think I was going to want to do, but it's episode 10. We're going to go all out. We can build a Guardian farm. I've never done it. We're going to see how it goes. Anyways, guys, I've never built one of these before, ever at all. Ooh, scary. So I don't really know what I'm doing. I do know that we kind of got to clear a perimeter out of the whole thing. So we're going to start with that. And it's hopefully going to be a bit easier because we've got a bunch of sponges. I actually found 4 sponge rooms in there in total. So we got 2 stacks worth of sponges. If we want more, which way am I facing? I think that there's another temple right over there. Yeah, so I think there's another temple. Like, we're here. That's kind of been my landmark. I think there's another one just that way. So we can go loot that if we need to. But for now, I think we just build a perimeter. I'm going to need a lot of sand, but should be okay. I can't look at anything because of these idiots. These jerk butts. Any of you guys been watching me through the whole thing? Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out, supporting me. I love making these videos. Ooh, I'm still getting... Yeah, there we go. I'm getting it down. Anyhow, there's probably going to be a lot of time lapses today. And we're going to get into one right now. Holy cow. That was a lot of effort. Oh. Yeah. I now have 13 hours of time-lapse footage just for this guy. And I did it over the course of 2 days. So probably about 8 hours each day, counting stuff that wasn't in the time-lapse. And wow. This has been fun. I got the whole thing completely cleared out all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, even got this guy down here cleared out. So all the water in the whole everything should be completely gone, which is good. Yeah, look at this, all opened up, all the fun stuff. We're looking good on this front. Now the next step for the day is to tear down the actual monument, which I'm kind of going to be sad about because I really actually like the way that these monuments look. I like it. I like it a lot, man. It looks good. It looks cool. But we got to tear it down. And we got a beacon. So I figured this will be much faster than 13 hours. So you guys are going to come along with me for it. And we're just going to chat about the whole plan for this guy because I haven't really talked about it yet. So here's the plan. We're going to still expand all this guy. It's going to be a big circle that's actually a couple blocks bigger than the corners. So we still actually have a lot of sand work to do. And I'm hoping it'll go smoother because there won't be guardians out there. But we're going to have a lot more to do with all that. Because our little idea for this is we want to do the perimeter. I don't necessarily think it's that necessary, but I have a cool build idea in my head, in my noggin. And that is that we are going to build a glasswork guardian head as our floor. So it's going to be like our whole floor is going to be out of glass, and it's going to be in the shape and like color and design and all that of a guardian head. And I think that that'll look very cool. I feel like it's something nobody's ever really done, and I figured it might just be something cool and new to do, not copying anybody or anything, you know. I try to keep things custom, I guess. I try not to copy people on stuff. Like I don't even think I'm going to use a proper like design guardian farm for this guy. We're just going to kind of roll with it. So we want to do that. And that's going to be the whole floor of our entire place. And then what we want to do is on our 4 sides, like 4 cardinal directions, I want to get the little horns that stick out of them to go up at an angle and kind of sort of start to pop out of our circle perimeter thingy, to where they'll be like above the water. That's my idea, at least. Yeah, so I think that would be really cool to do something like that. And then, so they actually have them coming out on the corners. There's a creeper. What's up, loser? You're not blowing up my blocks, are you? I don't know. Essentially, I just think that would look really cool. And I think it'd be pretty unique. And I want to do more glasswork in this world. I figure that's a cool place to do it. So we're going to have the horns going up on the corners, or the middles, in the cardinal directions. And then on the corners, they're just going to like stick outwards up until the perimeter. And then I kind of want to do something like having some smaller guardian statues with like creating the whole beam that they give off, something like that. And I haven't quite figured out how I want to work that in yet, but I was thinking I could either do it to where the corner horns just stop and then there's pillars going up. I think that'd be something kind of cool. It's one of my ideas for it. And then we could have like little guardian dudes on there shooting like all shooting beams into the center. The issue is I don't know if I can make them big enough for that. My other thought was that we could put them on the horns, like the cardinal direction sticky outy horn guys. We could do that. Put the little guardian statues on there. But again, I don't think I can make them big enough to be able to make those beams out of glass or blocks or anything and actually make it look like it really does in the game. So That might not work either unless I figure something out. My last idea is that the eyeball of it might have a beam shooting out and up into the sky, and maybe that beam has the farm inside of it. That's my last idea. I don't know which one we're going to do yet, but I think it would be, I mean, I like all three of those ideas, but I want something that like looks cool and appealing to the eyeball. And I don't really know if that's going to hit it on the mark. So I'm playing around with it, but that's just like a good idea of really what we got planned. Essentially, this whole thing is going to get a lot bigger, and it's going to take a lot of hours. And I'm sorry if this episode comes out late, because this is going to be a lot. But that's the plan. We're going to keep taking this guy out. And I already said there's going to be a lot of time lapses today, and I don't really know if I want to make you guys go through an extra one just for me digging this out. So I think I'm just going to skip forward to when I've already dug it out. Alright guys, we got the whole thing cleared out. It looks way different. Way different. I mean, that's where I feel like we see the most substantial difference. Like, wow, there used to be a big, huge building here. No, there's not. So, plan from here. We're going to build a little rinky-dink farm. Not make it too big. Just because we're probably going to rebuild it later on after we've finished a lot of this project. But actually, I don't even know if we need to build the farm yet. I mean, that's full. Look at all this, guys. We essentially got 3 double chests full of all of this stuff. And that might honestly be all we need, but I'm not sure because I haven't finished figuring out everything I want to do with this place. Alrighty, guys. Here is the farm. Yeah, this is what we're looking like. I only ended up doing the 2 sides because I didn't want to take up a whole bunch of room, just so that we can really work on the rest of the project and how we want it to look, because a lot of things are still up in the air in my brain right now. So I only did the 2 sides, and to be honest with you, it's doing pretty good. It probably gets like 5 or 6 guys a minute. Got a good amount in there already. It's probably been going for like half an hour, and if this project continues to take me as long as it already has, it's going to be a mess. I also started to do a circular ring of where we still need to drain, and yeah, it's pretty much going to be this size on every single side. But I think I got my circle off. You can see I was adjusting it right here. I think I got it off, and I'm not too sure, so I still have some fiddling to do with it. I just don't know where I messed up. I like double triple checked everything, so I kind of feel like I got the wrong size whenever I was planning out what size circle to do. I got the wrong size for our box, so I'm gonna have to double check that. I'm gonna keep placing these blocks, and then we're gonna drain this whole thing. And I mean, I kind of want to do it as another time lapse. Well, guys, there I was, thinking we were finally ready to start on this build. I mean, we got everything cleared out. We started on the design in the creative world. And when I finished the design in the creative world, found out this thing's huge and we have to do more clearing, which I've already started because that's all we've done and we don't need another time lapse. But yeah, this should be the last of the clearing that we need to do. And then we can actually get started on this. Now, gathering resources is going to be a lot. It's going to take me a long time to do this. This video is probably not going to come out on time. We need that many diamond blocks. And this is all the diamonds I have right here. We need 6,900 and something prismarine bricks. Got most of the prismarine, most of the walls. We need that much dark prismarine, which means I need that many ink sacs. A lot of the warp stem we got. Oxidized copper we're looking pretty good on. And then we need like 20,000 glass for this guy, which I want to use a lot of this for, but I don't want to use my reserves of sand wherever I put them. Aha. I don't want to smelt them down until we're done with all this because I don't want to go mine more unless I have to. But I don't even think that this will be enough sand. So I'm going to finish clearing that out, and then I guess we're going to do some sort of resource gathering montage. Something tells me I'm going to be mining for diamonds for like 2 days straight. We got to let this farm run. We got to let the copper farm run. We can't AFK at both of them at the same time. So there's a lot to be done. We need to get more sand. We'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, for now, let's get into the resource gathering, because y'all don't want to watch me clear more sand or more water. Okay, guys, I'll be the first to admit I am failing miserably at doing montage stuff for resource gathering. I know that. It's a mix of the fact that, oh my goodness, I have been AFK overnight in that little hole for 4 nights in a row getting prismarine. Why am I going to record that? We need copper, so I've been at the copper farm doing all that all the time too. It's just a lot of grindy resources. Yeah, you guys can see I went and I swam through the ocean and just found a bunch of ink sacs all over the place, or a bunch of squids, and edificated them. But yeah, I mean, this was like there, like a full one, and then this guy was like to right here after clearing the monument. The rest of this is all from sitting in the farm. We're almost done. We just have these guys and those guys. Now you see here, we have a bunch of diamond blocks. I need 800. That ain't happening, man. No bueno. Yeah, this right here is about 6 stacks of deep slate diamond ore. Let us try this again. OBS is not working for me. I just cleared out some of my old videos, make room. So I think it might have been a storage issue. But we were talking about all the resources and the fact that this amount of diamonds ain't gonna happen in this video. So we're doing light blue concrete powder for a good portion of it, just some of the more hidden spots. And then yeah, we got lots of concrete powder, wool. These guys are looking mostly good. And then this is where I've really been slacking. I've been gathering a bunch of sand, and I have not recorded any of it. Partially because OBS is being stupid. I mean, I just recorded everything I'm saying right now. It was like an 18-minute clip, and it only actually got the first 2 minutes, and then it froze. Yeah, like I said, hopefully this goes a bit better. I want to show you guys where I've been clearing glass, and also where I was getting all these diamonds from. So, as I just figured out, when I tried to do this recording a second ago. I actually didn't clear this whole area, but I cleared almost this entire sandy beach all the way down to here. Um, this whole thing cleared out. Yeah, all the sand that we used to drain the ocean monument and all that, we also got all of it from here. But there is still a bit more that I can get from over there. So we're probably going to do that, as we're probably going to need another 3 or 4 shulker boxes or double chests, excuse me, of glass. That's like the biggest thing that we still need to do. There's a lot of little things that we need as far as resource gathering goes, but a lot of it is just stuff that it's like, why would I time lapse that? So I think we decided that you guys are going to get a time lapse of me clearing a whole bunch of sand, um, because that's really the only thing. Um, I mean, I in my last video where I tried to do the ink sac farm and it failed miserably. You guys also saw me do some diamond mining. What you didn't see is this guy all the way down here. Now, I've already ran down this thing once, and it didn't decide to catch it. So, I don't really want to do it again, but you guys got to see this. I think we figured out from this point to the very end, it is like 13,000 or 1,320 blocks. And about halfway through, you can see I started doing 5 or 10 blocks out each side every 2 blocks. So yeah, there's a lot. And up there, that's all the diamonds that we got for it. Man, I really don't want to run down this thing again. But we got to do what we got to do. It takes me about 5 minutes. And I forgot to set up an auto clicker for me to just do this. You know what, actually? We hit I. It needs to go faster. Aha. Nope, still too slow. Still too slow. I guess I'm just doing it myself, guys. And there we have it. We are officially at the end. I counted this block as the last block that I probably mined, though it might have been this one. I don't think it matters either way. Um, but yeah, that's about a 5 minute run for me. Needless to say, we are not going to be getting all of those diamonds in this video at all. We're just going to use the light blue concrete, and over the course of however long it takes, anytime I get diamonds, I'm just going to put them into blocks and we'll go replace them. And eventually, even if it takes 2 years, whenever I get the final block in there, I'll show you guys and I'll tell you. It still looks cool without it, but it doesn't pop as much, which is kind of okay because you don't see parts of it too much, anyways. But it was like high hopes and dreams, and definitely kind of overshot. I only have one rocket, and it takes exactly one rocket to get out of here if I don't mess it up. Oh, thank goodness. And it's time for sleepers. Oh, and you guys missed something else too, because I've had to record everything 10 times over. Remember in the last video when I died in the nether getting ancient debris? I'm pretty sure I was holding all of my sponges. So we had none. Now we have 35 because I went and raided that monument over there. and there was no sponge rooms. And we also found one way over there, and it had one sponge room. And so we did the whole rest of this build, which is the 35. Did this whole corner and part of that corner. I will record some stuff of me gathering sand, and that's probably mostly going to be it because everything else is just going to be AFKing and crafting stuff. Um, Although we might get some clips of turning all of this into actual concrete as well. I guess. I don't know. I just work here. I better quit procrastinating all of this and getting to work. If you need sand, call now. 1-800-GRAVEL. We'll meet all your sand needs. If you're not sure if you need sand, trust us to help you understand the importance of sand in your life. We'll even throw in a free flower gathering montage.
Side effects may include small pieces of dirt in between your toes, subscribing to Smug761, increased levels of frustration, hours of draining oceans, a 9 to 5 that doesn't pay well, and a really big amount of glass for your future Minecraft builds.
Don't actually call this number. I have no idea where it leads to. So at this point, I think we've gotten most of the resources that we need. And as you can tell, it's kind of a lot. We're missing a little bit of stuff. More dark prismarine, more prismarine brick stairs, a little bit of prismarine walls, stuff like that. And then lots of stairs and slabs of all the variants of everything. But I think that we are probably good to actually just get started on the build now. And brain not functioning. Or computer, apparently. Wonder if you guys caught that. Anywho, I feel like we're about ready to get started. So, yeah, I think we are gonna break this into bits, like into multiple pieces. I'm not sure how many, but we'll just we'll start off with the first little bit right now. And there we have it. We got section 1 complete. Phase 1, I guess you could call it. It's all complete. And I'm liking it. I think it looks really good. Definitely not the finished product, but it's looking good. Before we move on to phase 2, we are going to put this farm back in. It's not necessarily bigger, it's just in a different shape. And I think that'll do us good. And it's going to go right here. It's probably going to stick up an extra like 2 or 3 blocks or something like that, just because this is kind of a short space. So it's going to stick up a bit. And we're going to get that in because, to be honest with you, we still need a couple of materials. And the farm being in is how we're going to get all the prismarine stuff. But I didn't plan what this farm was going to look like. But I knew I wanted it to go here. And I kind of just said, we'll figure it out later. So that's what we're doing now. there is a phase 3. Well, actually, there's technically a phase 3 and a phase 4, I guess. We're not going to get to phase 4 today. Phase 4 is going to be, like, we have this whole glass fog effect here. We're also going to have that same effect going down here, but it's going to go down, and that's a lot of digging, and I'd rather free up chest space before we start doing something that is just going to clog up more chests. So what we get done today is not going to be 100% the completed project, but it'll be like 95% of the way done. Just get rocking on this farm right here. So originally, I was thinking that it might be cool to make this whole thing out of stained glass, but I don't really know about that now. Just because the top's gonna have to be wool anyways, for the sake of color, and top view stuff. It's gonna have to be wool. So I don't really think we need to do the stained glass, because they need to have brain. The guardians can't have direct access to light to spawn, so it has to be a solid block anyways. So we can't even use like glass for the top bit. So we'll probably just do a frame like this, and then we'll put carpets on top or something like that so that we can actually get the look right. And when we're done with all of this today, I'll take you into my creative world and show you like the planning for all this, because it took a lot of planning, and you'll see like what the eye was supposed to look like originally. But essentially, this farm is going to have the copper or the carpets over the top, so that we can still get the like look of the eyeball. Okay, I think this is looking pretty good. We do got to do the middle bits though. So here's the real question: do we want this to be as high as they get pushed up, and then they get pushed to the side? So we would have to do another like 3 or 4 blocks on top, or do we want to push them to the side right here, which would kind of be cool because it's at eye level, and then they would have all this space of like air to actually be pushed. I'm thinking we put it higher up. We can watch them fly upwards in our faces. Okay, we got all the fun bits in, I guess. Well, most of them. We need to do the top layer of glass and the little corner bits, and then we should be all good. And then we just add in the water, source blocks. We're gonna use kelp to get it to go all the way up, and then some campfires down here. I don't have enough, but we have enough to have like a decent start. So, you know what, maybe we should do those campfires first. We're gonna do the campfires first. Yeah, we only have 4. I should be able to make more hoppers though, so if we space these guys out, I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. I'm not actually sure, but I think 10 hoppers might do it. I should have brought chests as well, but for now, we're just gonna do a little bit. And I think if we space these out, like for now, until I get more, 1 there, 1 there, it's like do that sort of split, they should be hopping on them a lot. And I think that'll probably be good enough for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now I think if we just go like this, I think that'll do it. We'll just place the last one there for now. Probably not going to help with lag, even though the computer's already struggling a little bit. But we're getting there. Progress being made. I think. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of this glass in, and then I'll bring you guys back in for getting the water and all that sort of stuff figured out. As you guys can see, I got a good portion of the water in. We're going to get the other end in right now, but it's been working pretty okay. I actually had to put glass here because the gaps between the glass layers, they were all going into there. They were also flying over, so we put a thing there too. Those guys have probably been sitting there for like 5 hours. So I guess we just go in there and try to get rid of these guys, and then we can start on this one. Wait, this is getting tight. Oh yeah. Nope. Oh. Ooh. That was scary. I thought that last hit was going to do us over. Genuinely. Beautiful. Okay, it is getting dark, but I don't want to fly too far away because they're just going to spawn in again. So we're just going to get cooking on it. Yeah, so what I did was... There we go. And then we went... no, not there. We went there. Cool. And that does not create a source block, but what it does for us is sets us up to be able to go bada bing bada boom. So we're going to do that all the way up, and we're going to take it all the way across. And that will give us source blocks. Not there. I still need a bucket. What am I doing? Where's my buckets? It's harder to do in the dark, you know. Okay. So now, we just take this all the way along. So now this should make this entire thing source blocks. And from there, we should be able to go like here. It should expand it all the way across, but one lower. And then it turns the whole thing into one of these, which for me right now is very laggy. Whoa. Essentially, what I'm doing here, you can see I'm extending this water source all the way down to where it will push them the whole way, all the way to here, just like on this side, and then it drops off really hard. And so they should just be able to fall down without much of a fight. So, as you can tell, it's laggy like crazy. So I'm just going to do this real quick, and I'll bring you guys in afterwards. Alright, we got it all in. I'm clearing it out right now. You can see all the bubbles are starting to fade back. We left this whole section clear, and that whole section clear, so that it just automatically fills back in the water source. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's back it up a bit. Oh, I'm shifted. That makes sense. Yeah, look at that. All finished up. I haven't actually checked how much we've gotten from it yet. Because, big scary hole. Oh yeah, look at that. There's spasmoding everywhere. That's a lot of boys right there. This farm just literally got 5 times better than it was. And holy cow, that's some frames. That'll do it for the actual farm, I think. I guess it means we can get started on phase 2. Let's do it.
Could be old enough today. You want my world?
Well, well, well. Would you looky here? It is all done. It's looking good. It's looking complete. Mission successful. Congratulations, everybody. You worked so hard. You're going to be getting a bonus check here in the mail shortly, I think. Yeah, guys, look it. It's all done. I did the top bit, the wool over the top, and did this big old guy. We fly around. It's a giant guardian beam going all the way up. It doesn't go all the way up to build height. I want to do that, but here's a little snidbit of me putting this guy in. Well, so yeah, guys, pretty cool, right? I'm uh, I'm a big fan. Like I said, eventually I want it to go up to build height, but I think it looks super, super cool. I mean, if we're flying, what crazy? Yeah, I'm super happy with it. Let me know what you guys think of the build. Pretty gnarly, pretty big, huh? Took a lot of time, a lot of hours. I think I've probably put probably about 100 to 150 hours into this video. It's, yeah, crazy. But you can see here we have the light blue concrete powder. We also have it here. We have it up there and up there. Yeah, this was all supposed to be diamonds. I only ended up having enough to do the ones on the archways. And so we got all those in, and I guess we'll get the rest in later. But wow, that's a lot of diamonds. You could see though, kind of what I was talking about, where it doesn't pop as much as the diamonds do, which is okay. I mean, it still looks good, but it just doesn't pop in the same way. So throughout time, we're gonna come in and we're gonna fill these in, and just eventually we'll have all of it be the diamonds that they're supposed to be. Oh yeah. So finished product, guardian head and all. Well, eyeball and beam and all. Look at this thing. I think that's pretty sweet. I think that the top of the horns gets a little uh, cut off. Notice that they kind of blend in with the top of the arches a little bit. So it doesn't really look as good. But altogether, man, I think that's. Look at that. That is so cool. That is awesome. Never been seen before in a world like this. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Seriously, I value you guys's your input, your opinions, your thoughts. So let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you think of any ways that we could maybe expand this in the future. When we were talking about stuff in our last video, I was kind of hinting at wanting to do like different districts all around. Like we have the steampunk district already, but maybe it'd be cool to do like some sort of mystical cottagecore district and different stuff like that. The one that I didn't really speak about is that I think it'd be really cool to turn this, like expand this out and turn it into like an uncovered city, or like a ocean city that isn't like enclosed underwater. It's not an underwater city, but it's an ocean city that lives within the ocean. So it'd be like a lot of these same sort of archways going all the way down, but maybe like goes out this way, got the arches around, there's like the city in and all that all that sort of stuff. I think that would be really, really epic. So that might be something we explore a bit in the future, but for now I am good. I do not want to do sand and deal with water and all that stuff at all for a little while. So we're going to be taking a break from this here soon. I think we'll come back a little bit in the next episode and do these guys. Get the whole glowing fog effect. I don't know if we're going to be going back into the steampunk builds and vibes just yet. I want to work on the dock and do all that sort of stuff. I really do. But I have some other projects that are kind of itching at me. So we might be working on those in the next episodes. We'll see though. For now though, I think it'd be a good idea for us to go into my creative world where I did a lot of the designing, well, all the designing except for the farm and all that sort of stuff for this build. And there's a block behind my head that I never. We gotta fix that. I never stripped it. I don't know if I can reach it. Good thing we got dirt. Oh wait, no, I could totally reach that. Anyways, let's hop into the creative world. Take a look at some things and also look and see about some different lighting ideas they have for the top of the archways. Because right now nothing above the arches is lit up at all, and so it's kind of a little bit dangerous at night, and we can't be having that. We can't be having creepers coming in and blowing up our guardian head, our elder guardian. Um, so we're gonna look at that, and maybe you guys can help me out. Alrighty, guys, we're in the creative world. You can kind of see the full build over there, but I want to kind of just walk you guys through the ideas for this whole thing. So I started off knowing I wanted to do an Elder Guardian, like glass pane sort of thing. I'm kind of looking for more reasons to do more glasswork in this world. I want to get better at it. I find it super interesting. So I knew I wanted to do that, and then I had the idea of those the horns sticking out, and so we kind of designed that out, drew it out, all that. I think a guardian temple or an ocean monument can fit within this box right here. I think, which is crazy. But yeah, we came up with this whole idea of it all. And then I knew I wanted to do archways. And I had kind of wanted them to go all the way around because originally I wanted to make guardian statues right here on the horns. So I started working on archways. And we started off with something like this because I was kind of thinking we could do like towers too, where people live. Just trying to get a good feel for all of it, and we came up with this. And I said, "Wow, that's kind of poop." We tore half of it down, and then we kind of just went for a shape sort of thing, just try to get the right shape. And then we went in and thought about texturing it and how the light's gonna look and move and all that stuff. It's like, okay, we're gonna have a sticky outy bit here. It's gonna be really dark, and then it's gonna start to get lighter, but then it's gonna drop back again. So this part's gonna be sticking out. So it's gonna get a little darker and then fade, continuing back to light. So we kind of planned this whole thing out. Got half the arch that way, half the arch that way. Just started filling it out, and this is ultimately the what translated into all of this. And these guys were kind of the other arches that we have, like down under here. And it was just like the real basic simple design for them, trying to figure out like what would look good because we're not going to see down there as much. That's kind of like you might notice it every now and again. The real thing you're looking at is the rest of it up here and these archways and all that. So we designed those two. Then I started building out the actual archways, and I kind of hand did all of them, because this one shouldn't look like that one or that one, but these three look like these three. So it's not that every single arch is the same, it's kind of split up into quadrants. I don't think I could have designed however many, 6, 12, 24 different archways in a reasonable amount of time. So I did, these 6 are all different. So yeah, we built out this whole bottom bit, got the arches in, and then I was like, something has to go here because the way that the arches would have lined up is they would have been like 2 or 3 blocks off. So it would look super funky in this middle bit. And I was like, we need to put something here. And so I did a couple of designs for towers. Just kind of think about doing something like that again. You can see I did a couple different just little build layouts and stuff. Ultimately, just worked on shaping again. and really what sort of vibe we were going for. It kind of matched with the style of the archways. We came up with this, and like you could see here where all the diamonds are. Yeah, there's a lot of diamonds. This is like everywhere you can see diamonds all the way around. It's 2 layers, and this is all 1 layer right here. But this is what we designed, and I think it's great. So we moved it over into here and like connected the pathways and all that, and I think it looks really, really good. Yeah, I think it shapes it out really well. I think the one thing we're missing in the survival world, just because of having the farm, is you don't get the distance all the way across. I think it kind of brings down the scale of it all a bit having the farm right there. So originally, the whole thing was just supposed to be glass, and then I was going to figure out the farm later. Clearly, that's not how it worked, but yeah, it was originally supposed to be a lot more like this. That brings us to where we are now. The carpets are too bright, and so I played around with some stuff. I'm kind of thinking I like the idea of having the pink bits be the concrete powder and the red bits be this is pink terracotta, right? Yeah, doing this sort of thing on there. That's the build as far as we've really done it so far. The only other things is lighting up these archways at night. It gets super, super dark. I mean, there's no light sources, and I want to do stuff with sea lanterns, just because ocean guardian stuff, all that. Like sea lanterns is fitting. So I tried out a couple of little designs. I think this is the only one I kept because it was kind of cool, but I just don't think it fits with the art form and the architecture styling of this whole thing. Right? It's like it looks cool, but it looks more like a little too much organic, and I'm not really sure what else to do for it. Uh, so if you guys think of anything, let me know. I mean, I kind of want to have like sort of thing where we have. Oh my goodness, I can't place blocks. It like we can't just fall off the side. I want to have some structure to the top of this. I just haven't quite figured out how I want to do it. But then I also want lights running along it. So, if you guys have any ideas for doing the light stuff, let me know. Give me some ideas. You can send them to me on X or on Instagram, Smug761 on both. And yeah, that would be really cool. I'd love to get some designs figured out. Alrighty, guys. Pretty cool, huh? I didn't know about showing the creative design stuff, but I figure it's probably a good thing just to be like completely transparent with you guys about all of it. It's like I do a good amount of creative world stuff. I try not to when it comes to things like terraforming and stuff like that, but it just helps make things beautiful, I guess. Um, like I don't think I could have done designed archways like this in creative or in survival. I mean, I think it would have taken way too long. Texturing all of them differently would be insane. So I like planning stuff out like that. I think it's cool. This is gonna have to do it for today's episode. I know we did not do any ancient debris today, and I'm so sorry. But this has been a super grindy project, and I literally just don't have time. This video's got to be out in 2 days, and and we still got like a lot of editing to do. I got to build a thumbnail. I got to finish recording stuff. I have to re-record the intro because this is no longer episode 10. It's episode 11. So, yeah, good amount of stuff to do still. We're not going to get to it today, but next episode we will for sure 100% get all of them in there. And I'll stop it and say, "Hey, this is where we were at. This is for last video and what I missed." And then we'll go on and do the ones for for episode 12 instead of episode 11. But yeah, anyways, guys, Where's my rockets? I'm not okay without my rockets. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you guys like the build, like the episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys like content that I'm currently doing. Ooh, scary. Oh, the computer didn't like that much. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching today. And thanks for supporting a small channel like me. I appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next episode in the Smug Forever world. Rock and roll. Deuces. You guys have a good day.